Now think about this. What if you had a pen from Men in Black that was put in the form of a chip in your brain when you were working? Well, Elon Musk and his team of people at Neuralink are already trying something like this. Welcome back to Binge Watch. Binge Watch is back after a while, and I'm your host Bhaarat. Well, in this show of ours, we talk about iconic TV shows or movie series that you either binge watch or can binge watch. And I'm going to give you enough reasons to spend your binge time wisely. Well, today we are talking about this wonderful show, which is called Severance, that debuted on Apple TV Plus a couple of months ago. And let's talk about the same. Okay, so Severance follows the lives of a group of workers at a company called Lumen Industries who have agreed to undergo a procedure known as severance. During this operation, a device, the severance chip, is inserted into their brains. It separates their work cells, known as innies, from their home cells, known as outies. Severance takes the term of getting lost in your work to a completely different level. Well, the meaning of severance is to end a connection. But aren't we really cut off from the world? Well, interestingly, a show about being disconnected has connected with so many people, and there's a reason for that, and let's find out. Well, here are some parts of the show that really resonated with me, and we call this part of the show highlights. So what are the highlights for me? Let me tell you. Number one, Helly talking to herself on TV, where she's saying, "I'm a person, you're not." Well, my second favorite moment is when Dylan's innie meets his son. One of my other favorite moments is Mark and Helly flirting. I really love that. I love their chemistry. Also, the scenes between Mark and Irvine are some of the highlights, so you have to check them out as well. Well, the moment that comes in the finale of the first season is where we have Helly saying, "Everything you were told about Severance is a lie." Okay, it's fun facts time on Binge Watch, where I'll be sharing some fun facts from the people associated with this very show. Dan Erickson, the very creator of the show, hails from Olympia. And well, since 1948 in his city, there are a lot of drive-through chains which are owned by the Egan family. Well, the Egan family are also the people behind the Lumen Industries. So, fun fact there. Also, the second fun fact being that Ben Stiller has directed the episodes of Severance, and he's one of my favorite comedic actors. He's also done some great dramatic roles, and he's directed one of my favorite comedy movies, which is Tropic Thunder, which also stars some wonderful actors, including the likes of Robert Downey Jr. Well, the fourth fact being that Severance is one of the most famous shows of Apple TV Plus, one of their most famous titles, which includes the likes of Ted Lasso and The Morning Show. It's time for main character right here on Binge Watch, and I'm going to be telling you who, according to me, is the main character for Severance Season 1. Well, for me, it has to be two characters in particular. It's Adam Scott as Mark and Britt Lower as Helly. I would love to know who, according to you, are the main characters from Severance Season 1. Comment down. Well, ironically, Mark's character was a history professor who, of course, went under the severance procedure, and he doesn't remember his own history. His memory and consciousness are divided into two halves, and that's really interesting. He's done a wonderful job portraying this very character. We've all loved him in Parks and Recreation, but I think Adam Scott's portrayal of Mark is for the record books. I love the portrayal of Helly as well because she's so quick-witted and so stubborn, which is a good contrast to Mark's character. And the revelation that you get towards the end of the finale of Season 1 is also something that changes her characterization for us. And she's done a brilliant job. Britt Lower has done a brilliant job playing this role. So would love to know who, according to you, are the main characters from Season 1 of Severance. Now that we've spoken about the main characters from Season 1 of Severance, let's also talk about the standout roles, because we have a stacked up cast, including some legends from Hollywood. Let's just mention them. Okay, so Severance Season 1 has a stellar cast which includes the likes of Adam Scott, Patricia Arquette, John Turturro, and Christopher Walken, to name a few. Harmony Coble, played by Patricia Arquette, is a wonderful role, a standout role according to me. Irvine, played by John Turturro as well, and Dylan, played by Zach Cherry, and Burt Goodman, played by Christopher Walken. Well, that's it for standout roles from Severance Season 1. Let's get into the last part of today's episode of Binge Watch, and that is, if you like this, what can you watch? And I would suggest you two shows. You don't need to go further away from Apple TV Plus. Go and watch Dark Matter and Foundation. Great shows. Would love to know if you think there are any other shows in the genre of Severance. You can comment down below and do let us know how you found this episode of Binge Watch. We'll see you in the next one. We talk about iconic TV shows and movie series. I'm your host Bhaarat, and until then, keep binge watching.
94.3 Radio 1.